Hi, my name's Keith and I'm known as the Florida Stone Man. And today I'm going to be talking to you about time, the concept of time. Humans are pretty much, a lot of humans are just like completely owned by their time. And I'm going to tell you guys what that exactly means. It's a man-made construct. Time's not real. It's real, but it's not real at the same time. But in this video, I'm going to talk to you about how to get more control over your time, how to manage your time better, what time really is. I'm going to tell you some really cool secrets about time in this video. So, the time of heaven, the time of hell, the time of Earth, the time of other planets. So, I'm going to start off with saying that your time is very valuable, like very valuable. Your time is actually money. So that's why they say time is money, is because your time is actually a currency in the spiritual realm. Every form of spirit wants your time and attention. I mean, every dark spirit wants your time and energy and attention because it feeds them. That's their money. You ever wonder why demons entertain certain things? It's because your time is money to them. And yes, I know that the lighting's kind of unique. So it's me in my car, just chilling. It's nice weather. I'm by the beach, by the water. This is natural lighting. So it's you're not gonna see anything else other than anything natural on my channel. So it's comfortable. It's nice. It's more relatable. I'll talk about that. So I manage my time very, very wisely. I have a studio at home that I could do my videos in, but I decide with my time that I'd like to be more organic with it and not do something that doesn't feel 100% myself. So basically, I can talk to you outside of being like just uniform, like, oh, today, so point 1, point 2, point 3, point 4. I'm not saying every video from my past of me doing a video at home is like that, but I like being unstructured like that, and that's what I use my time for. That's why my content is so rich with information and pure. It's because I'm talking to you guys with my time, and with your time as well, as if you're right here. So it's more relatable. So what does that benefit me in my time and in your time in teaching like this? In a comfortable environment, not overly fancy, not overly edited. It's allowing you to utilize your time, because you can watch a 20-minute, 30-minute YouTube video that just doesn't relate to you. And it doesn't relate to you. It's not going to help you. It's not something that sticks in your head. You can watch crystal videos and it's just like a 10-minute video on a crystal, and the person doesn't really care about crystals, but you can tell they don't care. You're trying to pick up some information, but it's just monotone. It's just like, ugh. And your time goes by and 30 minutes is gone because you're trying to learn about a crystal from people who are teaching it who don't care about crystals. You could read a book and waste your time. Well, at least you read the book. Your mind's probably going to delete the information in the book if you really don't need it. So that is exactly what I'm talking about. Your time is so precious. So we have 24 hours in a day, or 12 hours in a day, 12 hours at night. Okay. Our day is split up, so we sleep a portion of the day. We have 24, let's just say, okay, it depends where you are. Some people have mostly darkness, most people have, it just depends. So, what are you doing with your time? Is your time stressing you out? Are you constantly busy? Are you slowing things down? So, if you feel like you're losing track of your time, if you feel stressed out, if you feel emotional, ask yourself, are you going too fast? Because when you slow yourself down, and I'm going to give you some examples about myself at the gym, because the gym can be stressful stressful in general, because I don't get stressed out of the gym like that. I use the metabolic stress on the weights, but I actually utilize my time better at the gym now, because I'll pick certain set exercises that I know will be open and know that it's strong, so that when I use my time in the gym, 100% of my time in the gym is going out perfectly into my muscle. That's why I've been getting bigger. I haven't been taking anything, guys. I know some of you are like, how are you getting bigger recently? Because I've been utilizing my time better. So if you, for example, if you walk into a gym and you look for a machine for 10 minutes, you finally get on it, but you have to set it up 5 minutes. That's 15 minutes. Like, let's just say you have 30 minutes to work out. That's 15 minutes you have left to work out on the equipment. And your first 5 minutes might be like your muscles warming up a little bit. Or you might not even like to exercise. So if you start an exercise that you know you're going to be on for 30 minutes, and you can push, you can go heavier. And I'm just using an example here, but then your time is wisely used because you're focused on your time to maximizing it and being more comfortable with it and not being stressed out, not moving around, not being unpredictable. Because people don't think about time like that. Because if some of your time is stressed or pressed, the other time won't feel that long. So, and that's it. That is exacting why you should have schedules. The people who have black magic occurring in their lives, who don't have black tourmaline, they don't normally utilize their time as well as they should. Black magic can't hit you like that if you have an actual schedule. So if your life is crazy and you stick to a schedule, it won't be as crazy. Demons hit you when they just full-fledged know that you're not on a schedule, or if you're late. So two polarities of time. Time going by faster and time going by slower. So when time goes by fast, that's more so the element of, and I'm going to relate these to elements, that's more so the element of wind, speed. You can get ungrounded, like, and things go by quick, because wind is fast, and it doesn't have a color. It's just, I mean, not in this dimension, but wind doesn't have color in this dimension. In the other dimensions, there's different color winds. That's for people who leave their body. For example, that won't apply in this video. I'll talk about that in another video, but there's different color winds. There's pink winds, there's blue winds, and that's the exact same thing. When you feel wind, when you're talking to St. Michael, it's usually a cobalt blue wind rolling in to remove dark entities. Because that's what Michael does. He's in charge of that. Wind is related to the Holy Spirit as well. If you think about it, when people get mounted by the Holy Spirit, they're like, and they're just like in a whole different mode. When someone's actually, the Holy Spirit actually comes down, it's like, oh, and time goes by very fast. Especially if you ever see someone who actually experiences the Holy Spirit in church. The time changes, it goes by very fast. So, time can go by very fast, but what's the downside to the element of wind? You can get ungrounded. So, ungrounding means life goes by fast, things are crazy, and that's the number one thing. If your time is going by too fast, things will feel crazy. You'll be like, okay, I can't get a grip. Things are just nuts. Like, what's going on? So, if you actually want your time back, slow it down. So, when your time is going slow, that's the element of earth. So, I'm going to relate these. The thing about air is more so the heavens. Earth is more so earth. Very easy. So, we feel like if you count 60 seconds in a minute and you focus on that time, it's going to feel very long. Why does it feel so long? It's because it's just a measurement, number one. Time is not real. People will age themselves by constantly checking in the mirror and then manifesting things for themselves, but time's just a construct. Tomorrow's not even promised. You could be raptured tomorrow. You don't know. People are like, well, what are you doing in 20 years from now? I don't know what I'm doing 20 minutes from now outside of my schedule like that. So you can't plan for 20 years from now. Most of you, what if the rapture hits for 20 minutes from now? You can plan for it, but God has his plan too. It's good to plan for it. Don't not make plans, but focus on what you're doing. So, in essence, when you're good with your time, you know how to slow it down and you know how to speed it up. How can you slow time down? You literally, okay, I'm going to give you an example. So the guy just turned on his car and now there's a bunch of different shadows across my face. So, I don't need extra shadows. There we go. I don't need my lighting changed. I liked my lighting. There we go. I like this lighting's intentful. It's duality. Showing you that as above, so below. Things can have a shadow over them or things can have a light over them. So, the two polarities. It's a good educational tool. So, and it teaches you guys how to use your third eye too, because when you see me in this lighting, it actually triggers your third eye because it's not an average human face. You're seeing two faces. But it's not two faces, it's just two sides of a face. There's the left and the right. So back to my point from earlier. The thing is, with time, if things are too crazy, if you're experiencing too much of too much of the air element, you gotta use the earth element. You gotta balance it out. So when you're feeling just crazy, like, and like you haven't calmed down, ground, and you'll feel time stop, and you'll just be like, okay, I feel better. And then what happens if you're too grounded? There's no such thing as too grounded, but there's a sense of being lazy. So when time's going by way too slowly and you want things to go by faster, you connect with the heavens more, the element of air, aka the element of the Holy Spirit, Ruach, the Holy Ruach. So that's Hebrew, by the way, for Holy Spirit, breath, life, air. So you put more breath in your lungs and you'll have more wind. So give your earth some wind. The human body is just earth. Your lungs are wind. So when your lungs are full of air, you're ready to go. When you're not breathing, you're like, and things are slower and you're just like tired and drained. So if you feel lethargic, you can work with the element of air. So what about water and fire? We'll talk about those in a different video. Fire is more so a catalyst. Water is more so. So there's different. It's not. I don't relate fire and water to elements of time that much, unless it's emotion and emotion. So we're just gonna keep this video simple. So I'd like to talk about two different time constructs. So time in heaven goes by much quicker. Time in hell goes by much slower. Earth's between heaven and hell. Well, what we know as hell is Sheol. There's no trees above me, and there's spiders crawling over my windshield, so if you guys don't know, it's Sabathiel. So Sabathiel is basically talking about patience. Forgot about that. So if you're not patient, then you have to ground yourself more. What about time on other planets? You know, science can actually tell you the closer you get to the sky and the closer you get underground, the time changes. I will not speak more about that because you guys have to do your own research. But that's the thing. Why is Moldavite so incredible for people who have never experienced a crystal before? Because it's like a taste of what heaven's like, but you get a taste of hell too at the same time, because the real Gehenna is actually in heaven. So you have to read more about that from the book of Enoch. So that'll talk to you more about that. And yes, that book is, just because I take a book out doesn't mean it's not true. So I'll have to teach about the book of Enoch in the future, because that one is not for weak minds. I'm not saying anyone's mind is weak who's watching this video, but if you're not in a place to receive, then it doesn't matter. You could be the strongest mind, but your guard's down. Don't do that. So when it comes to time, if you feel like things are going crazy, slow it down. You have to make time for yourself, by the way. You can lose, and that's the thing. That's why I tell you guys, don't manifest another person. Manifest yourself. Don't manifest someone coming into your life. Manifest your life becoming better. Because if you're manifesting someone else, you'll be constantly looking, and your time's thrown out. People are like, well, I disagree. I don't care what you... I've seen people... Yes, man, just like, hey, say it nicely. I'm like, okay, fine. So, people... Anytime I've seen someone manifest someone else, there'll be 10 years of their life just wasted. Thrown out into the garbage. Your youth gone because you're looking for someone, versus the people who actually attract someone who's meant to be in their life are the people who don't care to the point where they're so focused on themselves that they're just attractive. It's a giant turn on for other people who are basically like, oh, what's this person doing? That they're so focused on their own life, they're so focused on their own time. And once you work on your time to the point where you're just like your time is valuable to you, it's like a currency. It's like when you go to different countries. If you go to I'm not going to say it's other countries, but the currency is worth much. And remember how I said in this video, to a spirit and to demons, to angels, time is something completely different. It's actual money. So your time actually becomes a different value when you focus on yourself. So the message of this video is focus on yourself. Find out where your time is going. Speed time up, slow it down, do what you have to do, because you're more so in control of your time than you realize. I'm gonna say this little gem right now. They switch the time all the time, like at least in my state. So if they can switch the time by an hour, you can switch it by much more than an hour. Look at the date that they switched the time to, by the way. I'm not gonna say much of anything, but look at the date and look at the dates after. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna be. That's why I told you November was gonna be crazy. But if you have any questions, ask them in the comment section. Make sure you check out FloridaStoneman.com as well. Like a custom necklace, I do make custom necklaces. They're personalized by the help of my angels. Oh, check out the website. I put some rings on the website. What rings are looking good. Until then, I'll see you guys next time. God bless all of you. Ciao.